recruiters.
That was insane.
I mean, I've been to them. They tried charging the same fucking charge back in 2021.
Did you record them while he was in the office?
Well, that's
because if so, I mean, I don't know the law, but that feels like that would. You shouldn't have the expectation.
There is no
expectation. Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? So I talked to a few lawyers about this. Again, they tried to charge me with this in 2021 when I caught them trying to cover up for some killing cop. The DA said, no, we're not taking the case. The city attorney ended up having the city attorney meeting. So my lawyer, Kath Rogers, for the ACLU, USC.
Good morning, Faded Joe. The meeting's going to be late. It's going to be late today. The microphone issues again. But I am going live just so we could see this process.
An officer was on the phone in an office, and somebody secretly recorded.
Oh, good. That's good.
Related to misconduct.
Hey, Antics. How are you? We're late. It's going to be late because of the mic.
The guy said, hey, I should be fired.
I'm wondering if the new police commissioner is going to be here today.
No.
But they're having mic issues as per usual.
Police officers in a police office do not have an expectation of privacy. There's one thing.
Guys, I got to go to the shade for a minute.
You can do it in a break room, but if it's in an open office with no expectation of privacy, I'm sure Nathan. I don't think he.
Just for a couple minutes. Oh, it's hot. Hey, Kathy. You're supposed to be working, but we're glad you're here instead and doing that, right? Doing both. I'm glad you're a multitasker. Yeah, Peter, it's crazy. They're saying they have mic issues, so they're saying it's going to start at 10. Well, how do you know that mic issues are going to be fixed by 10? It's just weird. You know what I mean? So, Streets is there, but I keep going in and out because I want to hear what they have to say, but it's really getting hot. And there's Michael, but oh, good, Antics. Good, good, good. Now if they let the rest of us in to sign up, and you know what I should do? I should take a couple of the things to fill out so I can bring it here filled out. It's going to be like a mass dash to sign up. Anyway. It's not as hot as it was the past few weeks, but it's hot. Like, especially in the sun, it's really hot. In the shade, it's not too bad. But I'm going to try to... I want to see if the new commissioner is going to be on today. I should have brought coconut water. We got our very Streets. Is the new commissioner, did she get on yet? And is she going to be here today? I wonder if she's on today.
I'm sure she'll be here today. It's disgusting. You know, they might be doing this because Rasha's not even allowed to. She hasn't been confirmed as president. Right?
She's not confirmed?
She's not even supposed to be here.
But I thought she got confirmed.
Did Rasha?
Oh, Rasha?
Yeah, Rasha had to get reconfirmed. She's been the last month or so. She hasn't. You know, she hasn't been reconfirmed. Same thing that happened with Southers.
Do they get like a timeline? I'm sorry, it's on the, like.
There's no way.
There's no exemption for time.
Yeah, see, I mean, she got confirmed. This guy.
They can every
walk and then you gotta sit out here.
Oh my gosh.
Every commissioner should.
Surprised he's probably going in there trying to get an application.
Every
Shirt guy's back. He better leave me alone, man.
He stopped coming. I emailed him one time to get the line, and he hasn't been back for like.
How did he get in? How did they let him
He's
in?
probably going to fill out an application.
He has a visitor's pass on him.
No, but they stopped him. Like
He's
he.
testifying against you.
No, he's
Probably.
He's a pro cop. The speaker. He always.
It's not. Well, he's just been creating a lot of trouble for me personally, because he's also become pro. And we don't need human trafficking, and he's like, you know. So, oh, here's Dusty. He just better freaking leave me alone. That's all I care. Oh, hi, Antics. I'm sorry. I'm back into the. Why they let not? Okay, they're not letting us in, but then you know what? I'm gonna go in over here. I'm sorry. I'm like. Oh, employee entrance. How they all get in right now? Freaking shirt guy's back. You better freaking leave me alone.
You know, right downtown, right here, there's 10 audio engineers.
If they're in there, I want to go in there.
Out of topic, how you doing? First today, you gotta save the world in here because it's not
I go in here.
You think they're gonna cancel on us?
They let those two in, so I'm going
I'm
in.
gonna go check. I'm gonna go get some intel.
Hey, Dusty. Yana. Hi, baby Dusty. Hi, baby. I know he does. He's such a sweetheart. He's my. Okay, guys.
You think the meeting can happen, or they're gonna be too hard? No, I know. I just want to check because sometimes y'all can.
They haven't said anything.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't go through. I mean, you can search or this won't go through there. Maybe afterwards I can hold off right now. Thanks. I appreciate it. But I have to go through that way, like if because I can't. But this chair will fit through that.
Yeah, we're waiting for them to let us know when you guys are gonna be able to walk in for the meeting.
Okay.
So
I
I don't
appreciate
know
it.
how long.
Hopefully not too long. Is the new commissioner going to be on? Do we know if the new commissioner is going to be on?
I think I have the agenda over there, but
Hey, Pepper, is the new commissioner on
there's
today?
like 3 of them or something.
Is that it?
And another bag, like with my handouts. And I just give the handouts for to attach to my public comment to them, like when I get in. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Hopefully. It's hot out there. Okay, guys, I want to get discombobulated. We able to be signing in or no?
No, not yet. No, it's got to wait outside for them to let us do the work.
Okay, can I sit? I'll stand over here. Thank you.
Everybody's outside.
Oh, I thought because I asked what's his name? Your boss, not your boss. I don't mean it like that. If I could, when it's hot, if I because it's like if I could stand in there because I already went through screening. I would have to go through screening
You
again.
needed to use the restroom. That's why.
Oh no, I didn't.
Hopefully in the next few minutes, we'll let you guys know.
Am I going to have to go through scan again if you watch me there? Like, thanks. Or can I leave my stuff in here? Huh?
Go out of my eyesight again.
Okay. Huh? Or maybe I better go to the bathroom. You know, I better go to the bathroom since I'm here. Can I go to the bathroom and then? Sure. Thank you. I was trying to wait till afterwards. Sometimes it's just. It'll fit through here, yeah. Thank you. Oops. It might take a minute. A little maneuvering. Okay, guys, I'm going to the bathroom.
Hey, bro, can you move the...
I'll be back. Okay, guys, back. Hey, Laura, I'm glad you're here. I wish you were here, but I'm glad you're here. Discombobulated. Let me get my handouts. Sorry for the fancy camera moves. I want to get my handouts ready. So all the cases that are, well, one is an old one, but the current cases. I wonder how many are here? One. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, no, I told you guys last night. I thought, yeah, it's like, well, depending on, I mean, I'm going next week too, you know, as far as the fire. I don't know if I'll do police next week. Would you have come? I thought you said you couldn't come, Laura. Because if you could come, I'm like, dang it. I wasn't sure if I could come or not, but because I need someone to go with me like, right now, so. One, two. Let's see. Good morning, Patriot. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I'd rather have you here, Laura. I mean, but I just thought you couldn't. Yeah, I did today and next week, but I love you. I miss. It's not the same without you here. It's like I miss my partner, my tag team partner. Oh my goodness. Hey, Adira. Yeah, next week we gotta hit the fire department hard. Can I turn these in for my public comment to attach?
Sure.
Thanks for like everybody, like,
Yeah, no problem.
thanks. And if there's a missing person, I guess I could give it to Django. It's for my public comment. It's so guys, shirt guys here. I don't know. Oh, Kathy, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I love how you do that and you come here while you're supposed to be working. We want you here with us instead. But thank you. So yes, what's his name is here? I don't know if he's going to try to start trouble or not, but so be prepared for it. Steve is already kind of talking to him. He gets butthurt about it, so I don't know why he's back, I guess. How do they know they can begin? They aim to begin at 10. How do they know if it's not done sooner? You know, like. So let me, so what I gave them. I want to turn this into a pamphlet. This is my idea I want to turn this into a pamphlet. Let me see if I can get it. If I haven't, I think I have an extra copy. You know how like Laura has a little pamphlets? I think this would be good as a Another little pamphlet to hand out. Sorry, hold on, let me get unpopulated. Sorry if I'm making you too sick. Oops. Oh, it has effects. What kind of effects can we do? I'll hold off. Yes, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that so much. Wait, look at the written public comments on the LAPD page. They don't even publish them. There's only one written comment for this week's meeting. You know, Michael, I think, I'm not sure. I need to find out. But I think that's not like for the people who come and speak. I think that's for the people who, like, they put in, like sometimes for Public Works, I'll put in for, you know, like or the city council, you put in for a written comment and you have to do like through a certain place. So I'm thinking it's for them. But they should be doing all of it. Look, guys, so here's the different case. Here's Jane Doe versus, and it gives like a brief synopsis of what they're alleging. And I have like 6 different cases. I won't go long, but the Bixler. So there's 6 different cases. You just better freaking leave me alone, you know.
Good morning. We are about to get started. So good morning, fellow commissioners. Chief
Can you guys hear?
Executive Director Daniel Sibley, Inspector General Matthew Barragan, Managing Senior Assistant City Attorney Carlos de Noguera, Madam Secretary, and members of the public. Today is Tuesday, August 11, 2026. It is 10 a.m. This is a regular meeting with the Los Angeles Board of Police Commissioners. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Good morning. Please let the record reflect Commissioner Shields, Tabor, Aubrey, and Gogan are present, and we have a quorum. Madam President.
Thank you. We welcome everyone attending this morning, both in person and online. We want to ensure all members of the public can access our meetings. So if you need any translation services or accommodations, we encourage you to contact the board secretary in advance of our meetings, as explained in our written agenda. These meetings are regular meetings between the board and the department. We welcome feedback from the public during the public comment period, which will be heard during item number 3 on the agenda. Public comment is your opportunity to address the board. You can speak to any item on the agenda or any matter within the jurisdiction of the Board of Police Commissioners. We will dedicate a total of 45 minutes to public comment. If you are called as a speaker, you can have a total of up to 3 minutes to speak. If you wish to speak on both agenda items and general public comment as explained in the written agenda. While we welcome public attendance at our meetings, disruptive behavior will not be tolerated and will be caused for removal. You will receive just one warning, and if you continue disrupting the meeting, you will be asked to leave and be removed from the meeting. And thank you all for your patience, both in person and online. We were delayed again because of technical issues with our microphone. We are hoping this will get resolved permanently in the next couple of weeks. But thank you for your patience. And before I move on to item number 1 on the agenda, I just want to welcome our newest commissioner, Heather Aubrey, to her first commission meeting. I look forward to working with you. And with that, we can move to item number 1 on the agenda, the report of the Chief of Police, Chief McDonald.
Good morning, President Shields, Commissioners, Inspector General Barragan, City Attorney De La Guerra, and Executive Director Sibley. Today's report will cover the 2-week period since our last meeting on July 28th. I'll highlight key events, share our current crime stats, and provide an update on our current staffing levels. Since our last meeting, there has been 1 officer-involved shooting. As of today, the department has recorded 12 officer-involved shootings in 2026, compared to 26 during the same period in 2025, reflecting a 53.8% decrease for 2026. On July 29th, at around 6:25 p.m., uniformed patrol officers assigned to Olympic Division responded to a radio call from an assault with a deadly weapon suspect at a gas station located at Normandy Avenue and Washington Boulevard. The reporting party stated that the suspect, armed with a metal baseball bat, shattered the windows of multiple vehicles and attempted to strike passing community members. As officers approached the location, the air unit overhead advised the officers that the suspect was walking southbound on Normandy Ave beneath the Interstate 10 freeway. Officers located the suspect walking toward them while holding the bat in his right hand. After getting out of their patrol vehicle, officers repeatedly ordered the suspect to drop the bat. The suspect refused to comply with their directions, continued advancing toward the officers, and raised the bat with both hands into a swinging position, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. The suspect was struck once, fell to the ground, and dropped the bat. Officers formed an arrest team, took the suspect into custody, and immediately rendered medical aid until personnel from Los Angeles Fire Department arrived and assumed care. The suspect was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced deceased. A 35-inch aluminum softball bat was recovered at the scene and was evidence. No officers or community members were injured during the incident. Force Investigation Division personnel responded to the scene and assumed investigative responsibility. On a different issue, I would like to provide an update regarding illegal street takeovers in our city. I previously discussed an incident that occurred on July 26th in the North Hills area of Los Angeles, where a black Chevy Capri struck two spectators, resulting in a head injury to one and near amputation of a leg to the second individual. The driver of the vehicle fled and was subsequently identified by Valley Traffic Division personnel as 21-year-old Benjamin Witt. On August 6th, investigators from the U.S. Marshals Apprehension Task Force responded to Santa Barbara, where they determined that Witt stole the vehicle that struck both spectators. Officers continued their investigation and located Witt in Huntington Beach, where they arrested him. The district attorney's office subsequently charged Witt with 2 counts of felony hit and run resulting in injury to another person. These incidents dramatically highlight the public safety risks that illegal street takeovers present to community members of the city and the serious injuries that can occur to those who actively participate in these incidents, as well as innocent bystanders. The Los Angeles Police Department will continue to aggressively address this issue through coordinated enforcement operations with our law enforcement partners. We'll continue to identify organizers and repeat offenders in an effort to hold those involved accountable, while simultaneously attempting to deter those who would seek to engage in similarly unlawful and dangerous behavior. We will actively continue to seek criminal prosecution in cooperation with the District Attorney's Office and continue to conduct vehicle impounds whenever authorized by law. The department recently decentralized the street racing task force, which will better enable our officers to conduct enforcement and intelligence gathering in a more proactive and responsive manner. Detectives will work together with officers to investigate these incidents that disrupt illegal street takeovers before injuries or other acts of violence occur. As with any criminal activity, we welcome the public's assistance in reporting these incidents to curtail this dangerous activity to help make the roadways that we all travel upon safer. And to parents out there listening, this is something to really pay attention to. The activities that we see as a result of these street takeovers involve shootings with injuries and potential life-threatening circumstances for people who are there just watching. And so know where your kids are and what they're doing is my recommendation, because we have gang activity, we have people coming in from all over the place that have no stake in this community, but come in and do whatever damage they do and then leave, and we're left to deal with the aftermath of that. So thank you for the consideration on that. On August 7th, LAPD SWAT personnel served a multi-location arrest warrant for 2 individuals identified in multiple armed robberies in New Division in the city of Long Beach. One of these robberies was an off-duty Long Beach police officer that resulted in an officer-involved shooting. Remaining search warrants were issued to 2 suspects in conjunction with this investigation. LAPD SWAT served a surround and call-out warrant and took one of the suspects into custody without an incident. Long Beach Police Department served a warrant for the second suspect that also resulted in his successful apprehension. Both suspects were booked for robbery. To continue providing protest updates as you had requested, I have information related to one notable event that occurred on August 8th around 10 p.m. in Central area involving a protest near the Metropolitan Detention Center. A group of approximately 15 to 20 individuals followed two federal detention officers into a nearby parking lot
It's a lie.
where the officers were assaulted.
No, you're lying. There's video evidence. There's video evidence of the opposite.
First warning for everyone in the room.
Opposite. No, we're not gonna let you lie no more on peaceful
Ma'am,
protest.
this
We
is
have
your
video
first
evidence.
warning.
We have video evidence on everything you lie. I
And
made
you
a
are
911 call, so
disrupting
we
the
can
meeting.
prove
There
the
will
evidence.
be
I don't
an
give a fucking
opportunity
people.
for public
You're
comment
killing the
section.
people. You're
Not for the
killing
people outside.
Time for public
You
comment.
got people outside still.
Let your people know you're dying outside.
They've been out there for an hour.
Let people know you're obeying Capitol orders. You're obeying Capitol orders. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm letting you know I'm leaving. But that's not gonna stop. There is enough video evidence that those people, those agents of duty, attack women. We have video evidence. I'm leaving. I said I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. We don't give a fuck anymore what you think. We're here for our people and we're gonna defend every peaceful protester. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm letting you know I'm leaving. Fuck you, Chief McConnell. You're obeying to Fuck you. Fuck you.
They lie. Ma'am, that is your first warning. I've already instructed everyone here that you will have an opportunity to speak during the public comment section, unless I have to clear the entire room, and then we'll have to proceed with the entire meeting without people.
You can't put lies on
Your
paper.
goals within there.
Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time. We will try to proceed with the meeting, and if you continue to disrupt this meeting, we will clear the room, and the entire meeting will.
You can have your own meeting by yourself and lie to the people. That's what you
Sir,
want.
you are disrupting the meeting. That's the first warning.
Tell the truth.
Sir, you want to speak up?
Fuck you.
Okay, you are asked to leave the meeting.
I'm there in the fucking meeting, but you're not lying to the people. That's all you do every day. You lie every single day. That's why you want to have a private meeting so you can lie to the community. Fuck you, LAPD booty cup bitches. That's what you are. Corrupted motherfuckers. Fuck you.
You guys aren't rapping all the time.
Corrupted. Corrupted motherfuckers. Bootlickers, IDF bootlickers. Fuck you and Trump.
That's right.
Fuck you, child molesters.
We'll try this one more time.
LAPD responded to the ensuing belt call. Unfortunately, the suspect in the assault fled prior to the arrival of LAPD officers. One of the federal detention officers was transported to a local hospital for medical treatment of injuries that he sustained during the assault. During the incident, one arrest was made when an individual was armed with a large flagpole and a cylindrical object with numerous screws inside of it, refused to comply with officers' directions. Major Crimes is investigating a felony battery of federal officers, and investigators are also examining the cylindrical object that was recovered. Crime for the week ending August 8th. Overall citywide crime trends remain favorable. Continued year-to-date reductions across every major crime category, including homicides, shootings, robberies, burglaries, and motor vehicle thefts. All analysis is based on officer count, offense count, except for homicide and victim shot through August 8th. Compared year-to-date to 2025, combined persons and property crimes are down 10.4%. Persons crimes down 4.6%, and property crimes down 12%. Homicides have decreased 8.8%, or 13 fewer victims year-to-date. Victims shot are down 29.5%, or 174 fewer victims year-to-date. Aggravated assaults are down 4.1, or 382 less victims. Robberies are down 4.6%. Burglaries are down 28.2%, or just over 2,000 fewer burglaries compared to this time last year. Residential burglaries are down 27.7 year-to-date. Non-residential burglaries are down 29.1 year-to-date. Motor vehicle thefts are down 22.8% year-to-date, representing 2,835 fewer thefts compared to this time last year. So, across the board, a lot to be proud of work that's being done out there. Our people in conjunction with the communities that we serve. Homicide comparisons nationwide. nationwide. According to the National Homicide Comparison Report covering January 1 through August 3rd of 2026, the LAPD continues to compare favorably with other major U.S. law enforcement agencies in homicide rates. While Los Angeles continues to see decline, several peer cities have experienced increases in homicides this year, including Chicago, Las Vegas, San Francisco,
That's so sweet.
San
Thank you so
Diego.
much.
Los Angeles also maintains a relatively low homicide rate with 3.4 homicides per 100,000 population, comparing favorably with many large metropolitan jurisdictions. Compared with the same point in 2024, homicides in LA declined by more than 28.4%, reflecting a continuing long-term reduction. Overall, the data indicates that Los Angeles remains among the hardest performing large cities of homicide reduction. On personnel strength, and including our IOD and temporary restriction update, the department's current staffing level stands at 8,523 sworn personnel, 2,356 civilian professional staff, and 356 reserve officers. Of our sworn workforce, 401 employees are currently on injured on duty status, 25 are on long-term sick or FMLA leave, and 292 are working with duty restrictions, bringing the total to 718 sworn personnel, or approximately 8.4% of our workforce who are not at full duty status. On the civilian side, 52 employees are on the injured on duty list, 45 are on long-term sick or FMLA leave, and 97 are working with duty restrictions. Totaling 194 civilian employees, or about 8.1% of the civilian workforce, not at full duty status. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Start with questions from my fellow commissioners, Commissioner Taylor.
Oh, Kathy, that's so sweet. I appreciate it so much.
No question.
Wow. Come on.
I am
You're fucking great.
following up on what will come up when we talk about.
Right, Iris, yeah, because it's just reading it.
I've been brought up to
I don't think he writes it even.
conversations with some community operators that we're, that the state has not funded the effort to certify quality and production within that, and that has an impact on the operators, in particular in Southwest San Francisco operators throughout the city. I'm wondering if we're, as a department, we're spending resources that should be covered by state's responsibility. What do you mean?
Certainly, we'll take a look at that. We're certainly open to funding wherever we can get it to be able to help better do our job, particularly in light of the budgetary restrictions we're facing as a city. So that's something I'll ask our experts on where we are relative to grants and on other funding opportunities that may be out there.
Thank you. Commissioner Scobie.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Chief.
That's awesome, Kathy. Do you feel that difference? Like, is it?
But asked, looking
That's
forward to
amazing.
not being involved in homicide, but rather all crimes that the department reports on. Furthermore, obviously, the reaction in the room to the incident that happened at the federal detention center, there's a difference in opinion of what happened. All I can say is I'm looking forward to hearing public comment on it, and ultimately, whatever follow-up investigation after that
Yeah.
is taken.
Always.
To determine what happened. I read an article in the Times yesterday about Lowe's Rubbler systems. The article shares some benefits of it and also shares some community concerns. You have any comments on the article, the technology?
Now, from what we've looked at in other jurisdictions who've used it, where we have so many people driving with so many distractions in their life while they're driving, the ability to be able to have an alternative sound with coupled with the vibration that comes off the street from the rumbler is helpful in getting attention, so people can pull out of the way of a vehicle responding to an emergency call for service. So I see it as a positive use of technology to be able to help keep people safer.
Thank you. As this is a new technology for our department, and my understanding the intention to roll this out at a pretty large scale, I think it'd be beneficial for us to have a presentation here at the commission so we can learn more about the technology, how it is and isn't used, and frankly, give the public an opportunity to also hear about it and share any concerns they might have with the technology.
Certainly, we'll schedule that.
My last comment is, look, I fully recognize some of the challenges that you face with the department being understaffed in many areas. But I have to admit that it can be frustrating when we request information and the urgency to get back to us doesn't seem to be there. I won't get into all the examples, there have been many, but I specifically want to give the example in March. We requested that the department make a presentation on personnel complaints, namely those that are determined to be demonstrably false. We even outlined some of the elements we wanted to include in that presentation, and to date, we haven't seen that. I don't know where the logjam is in the department of getting these assignments, assigned to people and tracked, but I'd ask to hear back on what we could be done to get this information back to us in a more timely fashion.
We will certainly do the best we can to get it back, but as you started with, we're 1,500 people down from where we were at Swan. Our civilian staff is down 700 from where we were in 2019. We are in a crisis mode, and so turning around report after report is something we certainly see as a priority, but it comes with the challenges of not having enough personnel to be able to do what we'd like to be able to do.
But, and I respect that, and I understand that. I think communication can be better so that we at least understand where people are at, when we can expect them, so that we're all on the same page.
Thank you. Moving on to Commissioner Aubrey.
No questions, thank you.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Prosecutor has no
questions?
Prosecutor has no
Again, already. We've already warned this room about disruption. Please, you will have an opportunity to speak at the public comment section. And so Chief, thank you for the report. And I've had a couple questions as well as some comments. And it's good to see that there's been a decrease in officer-involved shootings. And I think we need to continue to monitor this issue, even though there's been a decrease. I think we're trending in the right direction. But with any loss of life, we always want to make sure we're learning from it and ensuring that both the department and the officers have the best tools that can be used and training that can be used to track. Okay. Thank you for waiting to speak at public comment. Otherwise, I will have to clear the room and cannot continue the meeting without disruption. So, with regards to both the tools and the training, I did attend some of the less legal expo that was the department hosted. I tried to identify different technologies that are available and things like that. It would be helpful for us to understand kind of, what are things that the department is looking at to modernize its, the tools on the belts that can be used, and also, how frequently are officers being trained with those tools so that they can resort to them first instead of the firearm, which they receive a lot more training on, right? So we want to make sure that in certain circumstances, especially when they're met with someone in a mental health crisis or someone who is not armed with a firearm but armed with some other, whether it's an etched weapon, a bat, other things, that they have the resources and skills to actually deploy other less lethal uses of force.
Thank you, Commissioner. I appreciate the support for that. And that Less Lethal Expo was well done, showing us what's out there, what the new technology is, but also for context of the thousands and thousands of calls that come out regarding weapons every year that our people respond to. Much less than 1% end up resulting in the uses of force that you see here at the Commission. 99+% result in the situation being resolved in a way that does not involve any use of force.
Yes, and so again, and I think we always want to continue that improvement and making sure we're arming the officers with the best tools and best training they can have to address that less lethal One thing that has been, in the news, and I won't go into it because it's an active case, but about an officer who was charged for having recorded other officers making racist and sexist comments. And I don't know the details of that, I know that's with the hands of the DA. But I want to make sure that there are protections in the department for whistleblowers, and that they do so in a way that's not violation of the law, but that there are avenues to report concerns within the department, and that there won't be retaliation against individuals.
Like there is
So
right now?
including, having the Inspector General's office being a location where they can raise their concerns as well. But I want to make sure that officers within the department know that if they have any concerns or want to raise issues, that there are mechanisms to do so. And I recently attended a neighborhood meeting, not as a commissioner, but just as a neighbor, and had a senior lead officer talking to the community about, how to stay safe and things like that. And I was just very impressed with the senior lead officer. And they had no idea who I was, but it was good to see how they interact with the community, and answering their questions and being available. That is community policing in action, and I don't think we hear or see enough of it. But I just wanted to call that out and recognize that is an ongoing thing. Okay, with that, I will now move to item number 2 on the agenda, report of the Inspector General.
Good morning, President Shields and Commissioners, and welcome to Commissioner Aubrey. I'm going to provide you report facts. First, on our public listening session, and another on section 8.
Can you speak up, please? Can't hear you.
On July 30th.
Use the mic.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Thank you. On July 30th, the Office of the Inspector General hosted a virtual public listening session on the LAPD's use and oversight of automatic license plate reader technology. The purpose of this session was to provide information about the OIG's review, promote transparency, and give members of the public an opportunity to share their views. The session is the first in a series of public outreach efforts concerning the department's use of ALPR technology and data-related practices. We thank the members of the public who participated and shared their perspectives. We also thank Commissioner Scobin for attending the session and supporting the OIG's public outreach efforts and the department's broader review of its technology, vendors, and data practices. On public participation, the listening session had 212 Zoom participants. 66 speakers provided oral comments. As of August 6, 2026, the OIG received 444 written submissions by email, an additional submission containing 1,306 signatures, 66 oral comments during the listening session. The OIG has provided commissioners with a link to the full recording of the listening session, and the recording is also available to the public through the OIG's website. Written comments received by the OIG will likewise be made available on the office's website. The comments reflected a broad range of views. The OIG identified the following recurring themes to assist the board and the public in reviewing the record. Privacy and civil liberties. Some commenters raised concerns about the effect of ALPR technology on privacy and civil liberties, including the collection and retention of information about people who are not suspected of criminal activity. Data access and sharing. Commenters raised questions about who may access ALPR information and with whom that information may be shared. Some specifically raised concerns about access by federal agencies and the potential use of ALPR information for immigration enforcement. Data retention and security. Commenters expressed concerns about how long the ALPR data is retained, how it is secured, and what safeguards govern its use and disclosure. Oversight and accountability. Some commenters called for stronger controls, auditing, reporting, and independent oversight of ALPR technology and the information it generates. Appropriate use of data. Commenters raised questions about the purpose for which ALPR information may be searched or used and the safeguards needed to prevent use of beyond authorized use by public.
Okay.
Vendors and
I don't
contractors.
think I'm gonna make it there.
Some commenters expressed concerns about private vendors and the city's relationship with ALPR technology providers.
Hopefully they
Some
call you.
comments focused specifically on block safety, while others raised broader concerns about the use of private vendors or private sector ALPR systems.
True irony.
Community partnerships and transparency.
Who was past that recording?
Some commenters emphasize the importance of meaningful community involvement.
Can I ask someone, one of the officers to look within the group, because there are recordings that are being done?
Who does that?
It's just a lot of feedback, and again, we're trying not to disrupt the
They're not
meeting,
here,
so we
they
can
left.
actually hear what is happening.
Yeah, he left. He was just watching.
Some commenters emphasize the importance of
Okay,
meaningful
good,
community involvement, public information, and transparency in decisions concerning the department's use of technology. Public safety and investigative value. Other commenters described ALPR technology as a useful investigative tool and identified vehicle theft prevention and the recovery of stolen vehicles as important public safety benefits. These themes are not intended to represent a vote or determine the prevalence of any particular position. A single comment may address more than one theme, and commenters may hold views that do not fit neatly into one category. Therefore, these themes are provided as a tool for navigating the public record. The OIG's role is to ensure that the board has a clear and accurate account of the issues raised by the public. For that reason, we are providing the board and the public with access to the underlying comments in addition to this report. The recording of the July 30th listening session is available on the OIG's website, and the written comments will be posted following this meeting. We encourage the board and members of the public to review the comments themselves. The Board of Police Commissioners and the city's policy-making body for the Los Angeles Police Department will consider the OIG's findings and recommendations together with the public input as it considers the future of ALPR technology in Los Angeles. The OIG will continue to support community outreach and independent oversight as the department undertakes its broader reassessment of ALPR vendors, technology, and data practices. Thank you to everyone who took the time to participate, whether by speaking at the listening session, submitting written comments, or otherwise engaging with this review. Your participation has helped create a fuller public record for the board's consideration. For our audit section update, on August 3rd, 2026, the OIG toured the Metropolitan Detention Center as part of its ongoing review of the Los Angeles Police Department's jail operations. The department operates 3 jail facilities citywide: Metropolitan Detention Center, 77th Street Regional Jail, and Valley Jail Section at the Van Nuys Station. The tour provided OIG staff with an opportunity to observe jail operations and facilities firsthand and to ask questions regarding the department's policies, procedures, and practices. The OIG thanks Captain Silvio Sanchez and the team for their time, assistance, and responsiveness in facilitating the tour and answering OIG's questions. The OIG will continue its review of jail operations and will report its findings and key recommendations to the board as appropriate. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll turn it to my fellow commissioners first, and thank you for that report. Commissioner Scobin.
Just to echo your sentiments, it was good to be a part of that call and to hear everybody. It's clear that, there's segments of the community that are strongly against the technology, and there's segments of the community that are strongly for the technology. And I believe there's legitimate concerns on both sides. As we chart our path forward on the topic, I think it's critical we address those concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Tabor.
Thank you for your order report to reviewing the data and.
Use the mic.
Can people stop yelling in the audience, and can all of my commissioners please stop yelling? And so just because I think our microphones are still a little fussy, so just speak as closely as you can to them. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
This is not have time for questions. I'm
Well, is
pumped.
there a better way to let you know that he's here?
From the analysis of the population that did participate, were there areas in the city that did not have residents participating that need to be further informed and invited to participate in future?
In our outreach efforts, we've reached out to city council and their offices so they could share with their constituents that we are conducting this session. We also reached out to neighborhood councils and members of the public broadly. We could definitely work to enhance that opportunity moving forward. And so we didn't ask folks to identify themselves by their council district or region. Some did decide to do that. So I would say that we are committed to hearing from as many people as we can as we continue to conduct outreach and public informational sessions.
Final question is,
I mean, I used to
from
appreciate
that
what he's
conversation
happened now.
and your presentation, were there any surprises, any new issues or concerns that were raised that we should be aware of?
I will share that we went over on time so that we could hear from everyone who wanted to speak. And to the extent individuals would like to further engage with our office on topic areas, we're going to be hosting additional opportunities such as town halls and public listening sessions as we roll out for future audits and as we share how our office operates. So I think it was a successful event in that we're able to report back and provide all of that background information to you directly, so you can determine for yourself the results of that.
Thank you. Commissioner Aubrey.
Thank you for the report, no questions.
Thank you, Inspector General Barragan. And last week, I was also able to visit the Office of Inspector General's office again and meet with your staff. And again, a really great group and focused on a lot of important issues. And I appreciate that. And I understand that there, you have a number of different openings because of, jobs that just have not been filled, and also needing some emergency relief so that you can fill those important positions. And I want to make sure that is a priority because, in addition to the work that you're, existing work and then, planned work, there are other things that come up that we ask for you to review. Like, for example, with things coming out with the after action report and the protests, I'd ask you to look into and review the department's adjudication of all of the complaints involving members of the media involved in those protests. So this is additional stuff that was not planned out, and so I appreciate that you're able to do that. And I think, the community benefits when we have those additional eyes on things that are relevant in the moment. And so I want to make sure that your positions for, the police special investigator positions that are open, I think you have 7 openings, that we get as many of them as we can because they are a small but mighty group, and I'd like you to be fully staffed so that you're able to be responsive to the commission's requests and needs. And Chief, to the extent you have any pull with City Council as you're working on all of the issues with regards to staffing, again, this is an additional area that helps the entire department as well. So, thank you. Okay, with that, we will move to item number 3 on the agenda, public comment period.
First speaker, Jonathan Foster.
Does anyone need the format allows me to comment on a discussion? I must be able to comment for 2 minutes on the discussion as the Brown Act.
You're such a liar, so we're supposed to be able to get through the lies. Scope. It's not the equipment scope, it's the humans operating the equipment and what you're doing with the data. And so later, another comment, I hope to comment on Chief Porter report. Can't wait till that comes out. Guzman today, you're going to go over a guy named Guzman. So what they should have done is told Guzman to get on the ground or get on your knees. and they didn't. They waited until he turned around, and then they started going up behind him. And the officer actually could have got shot as he turned over and has the knife out here. That first officer would have been dead if it was a gun. And I'll talk about your comments in just a second. July 28th, there was a no OIS. Again, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful work. Assembly, California Assembly, Rick Zuber Chavez was in Santa Monica at the State of the City, said, "I've been proud to support the city's efforts, whether through legislation or support local law enforcement to fight organized retail crime. But no one ever says that they're ready to get all this money together to stop shooting people who are unarmed by having officers properly protected, which is not what's happening." As I talked about Shu Dang. And this is where with Shu Dang, he's his awesome officer. But what Shu Dang was doing isn't what was reflected in Yang Yang, isn't what was reflected in Eric Rivera, isn't what was reflected in Jeffrey shot at Sepulveda in Venice at the Shell gas station with a bike part in his hand, right? Where the department's actions don't parallel officer service, what the department strives to be, not like in the killing of Valentina Peralta. So, it's easy to condemn. I see the value of Dang, and it was a loss. So I try to say anything to prevent these losses. And one of the problems is the MOUs, the MOUs that go around already established voted on policy, which is a real problem. So about protecting the officers from having to shoot, to stop having to do psych evaluations. One of the things, though, that's needed is they need to submit a blood test. Every officer that shoots, pulls the trigger, needs to submit a blood test. But it still shoots justifiably most of the time. But the officers need to submit a blood test. And we can't have any more absent commissioners. That's illegal, which is what's happening now.
Next, we have Laura Edmund.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can have 3 minutes.
Hi, so I'm here to speak about the crimes and abuses of Scientology. I wasn't able to get there in person, but the fact that we've had people come there in person that are born and raised in the cult, the abusive, manipulative, family-destroying, destructive organization hiding behind a fucking religious status, is that you guys are the ones that are supporting this. You have not done anything. We have been there in person, screaming and fucking telling you about our horrible crimes, the abuses of Scientology on a daily basis. We email you, we send you video footage of being harassed by Kendrick Moxon and fucking security guards who are indentured servants at Scientology. We've sent you videos, you've heard it. I've played the video of security guards holding somebody down for whatever reason they think that they have the right to physically assault and restrain, because that's what they're used to. That is what Scientology security guards and your guys' support with James Richardson, that's what you're supporting. You're supporting normalcy of abuse in Scientology. You literally are allowing the security guards to think that they can get away with restraining somebody, that they can get away with these crimes. You have James Richardson on your clergy board. Get him off. He married and is married to somebody he married when she was 14 years old, 16 years old. She was fucking literally trying to blow, to get out of Scientology. That's what they call it, a blow. He got her back when she was not even 15. He then coerced her to be in a relationship with him, and then a year later finally got his mom, who did not want it, to marry him. It's fucking disgusting. Jim, do something. Make sure that something is done. We've been asking you guys to do a psych evaluation for every single one of those tier members, especially the security guards that think it's okay in a normal way to abuse because they're trained to do it. And you are fucking allowing it. I speak about this all the time, Jim. Not once have you actually done anything. Not once. Raja, you do something. You hear it in my voice. You've heard it for fucking years now. Nothing has been done. They've only slowed down and hiding their crimes more. Stop allowing this. Stop allowing them to have fake permits and allow the police to be authorizing their shutdown streets. They didn't have that right. The police think that Scientology owns L. Ron Hubbard Way. They do not. So get that straight. The city does not get controlled by Scientology. Separate state.
Great job, Laura.
Grace.
Awesome.
I want to talk about something this commission should already understand. Flock did not invent LAPD's obsession with stalking and tracking us. Flock is just the newest company helping LAPD do what it has been doing for years. Before LAPD signed with Flock, it was already spending millions of dollars on Palantir's automatic license plate reader infrastructure. By 2016, LAPD officers were already conducting 200 to 300 ALPR searches every single day. Officers could pull up a map of where your car had been and reconstruct people's movements. This is already a massive surveillance infrastructure before Flock ever entered the picture. LAPD's intent was always to cause harm. And here's the part that really tells you about what police think about guardrails. In 2014, an LASD sergeant warned officers to be more careful about how they justify ALPR because civil liberty groups might challenge them. Not because the surveillance was harmful, but because they were worried about drawing attention to their abuse. So please spare us the fantasy that another policy, another audit, or another vendor contract will somehow make this technology safe. The problem is not that LAPD hasn't found the right rules. The problem is that LAPD keeps finding new ways around them. The loophole is the system. And this is why shutting down Flock matters. We're watching the same surveillance apparatus get bigger, faster, and more interconnected, while LAPD keeps telling us that this is simply about public safety. The AFOS collect information on everyone who passes a camera, and it gives police the ability to work backwards through that database, to ask who is in an area, where a vehicle traveled, and what patterns can be reconstructed from someone's movements. That means the person being watched does not have to be a suspect. You just have to be visible. And you know whose communities are made most visible to the police. Poor communities, black and brown communities, unhoused people, immigrants, sex workers, protesters, and anyone else already targeted by policing. And now, Mayor Bass admits what we have been always saying all along. Flock's data was being shared with immigration enforcement. So when you tell us Los Angeles is a sanctuary city while maintaining the same infrastructure that helps map our communities for ICE, what exactly are you asking us to believe? You asked for public input, and the public overwhelmingly told you. Flock out of Los Angeles, AFPRS out of our communities, over 1,500 petition signatures, 80% of the public input speakers, and hundreds of written comments rejecting Flock and ALPRs. So now that you have our input, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to prove yourselves utterly useless and complicit, as this commission has always done, or will you finally listen to the people? We remember when 96% of 1,600 people came before this commission to say no to drones, yet you approved them anyways. We know this is your reason. We need a better Flock. We don't need a better policy. We need to dismantle the surveillance infrastructure altogether. And Flock and ALPRs, and stop giving LAPD new ways to stalk us while calling in public safety. Shut it down. That's
Okay, thank you. The United States of America is a constitutional republic, one nation under God, and all lives matter. Let's talk about quality and continuous improvement. That's one of the core values. We might have it on the wall in that room. I suggest everybody look at it, read it. Because what I see, and I've brought these issues up before, but I'm going to continue to bring them up, is that the oversight of the website, lapdonline.org, is not adequate. I refer you again to the events section. It is out of date. The last event mentioned was the Battle of the Badges from 2024. 2024. Now, I'm glad that President Shields didn't go to a neighborhood watch meeting. There was a senior lead officer there providing good service and information. But why do we not know when those meetings occur? There are many activities that we don't know when they occur. The communication has to go in both directions, and you have a website that could be utilized for that purpose. You have neighborhood watch meetings, you have coffee with a cop, National Night Out. I did not hear the police commission mention National Night Out at all. It's not mentioned on the website either. That was a lost opportunity. And I do believe that some LAPD divisions did have events. They should all be quality events, and this is an opportunity for the department and the community to interact. And that's what we need, better communication. Obviously, the communication is not happening at this meeting because it gets disrupted, and it's at 9:30 on a Tuesday, where working people and students are not able to attend, either in person or virtually. These things need to be addressed. The chief said, and by the way, the chief and Inspector General, great reports. The chief said the LAPD is in crisis. Well, that's obvious. What are you doing to reverse that? The last class at the academy that graduated, 16 people. The goal is 60, not 16. And why? Because people want to join an organization, a department that is great, not that's promoting mediocrity. And unfortunately, the department is in a tailspin, and it's quite obvious to everyone. So do what you can to improve the LAPD so that more people want to join. Another point, the COVID-19 so-called vaccine, is that still in effect? It shouldn't be. I hope everyone had a chance to listen to Fauci the Fifth and see what really happened. But besides that, do your jobs, everybody working together. Communicate back and forth. If you try calling LAPD now, you'll be lucky to talk to an officer, and a callback will be maybe a week or two. Is that reasonable? Ask yourself these questions, and what are you doing, Police Commission, to affect change in a positive direction so that we have Quinn?
Quinn?
Matthew, you recapped the last couple months regarding Flock and all your PR companies, including your public listening session, as well as all written comment. First of all, it's 1,575 signatures. Seemingly, someone running your community relations OIG email forgot to inform you of that, so it's clear that you are not actually reading the written comments that are coming through. The OIG listening session as well was one that clearly you weren't listening to because during someone's comment you decided to, forget to mute yourself, and then you were having a conversation with someone else. So when it's the OIG listening session, it's actually the public is giving input and no one's listening. Surprising. The OIG listening session, furthermore, was not in fact concentrated around data retention or concern with private vendors. It is telling that you didn't mention the fact that everyone was in fact less concerned with reforms and more concerned with the fact that LAPD is using the data to harm us, to kill us, to abduct us and arrest us. Jeff Scobin in mid-July admitted that it's LAPD that is the danger. He said that this information is dangerous in the wrong hands. So it's beyond irrelevant what the name of the private vendor is, Axon, Motorola, Vigilant Solutions. The name that's most dangerous is LAPD. And as long as LAPD has access to the data, we all know what the harm is. We told you for years at this point. We told you, and we'll tell you again today, and we'll tell you again and again and again, but Flock's AOPRs, Axon's AOPRs, Vigilant Solutions AOPRs have been used to target undocumented folks, abortion seekers, queer folks. And Flock's AOPRs hunt mothers who have had their children stolen, kids at playgrounds, swimming pools, community centers. LAPD creeps on stalks and watches sex workers on Flock cameras. You watch your ex-girlfriends, you watch your ex-wives, and as ICE abductions continue to rage throughout the city, you continue to draw the roadmap, but LAPD is the one drawing the roadmap. We don't care what private vendor, we don't care what company, we care that LAPD is the one handing that data to ICE and streamlining and automating the abduction of our community members. Grace already mentioned this, but Karen Bass recently released a statement and saying that she was all of a sudden concerned with the fact that Flock's data was being shared with federal immigration agencies. What a surprise, except it wasn't, because we told you in a letter early last year that LAPD was sharing information with federal immigration agencies. We wrote a letter, and then we came here, and I stood at this podium using my whole 3 minutes to warn you about the fact that LAPD was sharing information with federal immigration agencies, and that was leading to the abduction of our community members. And you continue to ignore us. And then we continue to come here for the following year and a fucking half, telling you that LAPD is sharing information with federal immigration agencies through ALPRs, through FLOC, through Axon, through real-time crime centers, through fusion centers. We are telling you again and again, and you're refusing to face the facts. So stop having listening sessions if you're never gonna fucking listen. Instead, finally make a fucking change.
Is that your public comment? We feel the same way, baby.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Antics.
Oh yeah, the cover-up begins. The cover-up begins. But before we go there, let's look at this panel as well. So Rasha is a former federal prosecutor. This new commissioner, Heather Aubrey, comes from the city attorney's office. So we got 2 prosecutors on there. Jeff Scobin's family is from Galpin Ford. His dad was a police commissioner as well. So this incestuous relationship is where we come to and witness that they're going to represent the best interest of the people. And you can then tell, you know, the after-action report that was released from June anti-ICE protest, and it's the same fucking song and dance. But the question is, where the fuck has the commission been? Watts riots happened, Rodney King uprisings happened, Rampart scandal happened, 2007 MacArthur Park shit happened, 2020 George Floyd uprisings happened, 2014 again, Trayvon Martin stuff happened. Now again, stuff is going on. There's an after-action report, there's an after-action report, there's an after-action report. But it's because the power that we have built that we are going to expose and disrupt and organize and build that power to shut this shit down. Now back to FLOC, what we are talking about, Q and Grace have already talked about it. Your office confirmed receiving the emails, 1,575, but the cover-up begins. They even made a comment that people were reading from a script when they were doing this, the Zoom call as well. Well, what the fuck is the ballot initiative? People sign on to a script. What is the petition? People sign on to a script. The same people who are saying that this is scripted, it's about the sentiment that people are expressing. It's about the anger that people are expressing. It's about the total rejection of these technologies and these practices that the people are expressing. That's where the power lies. So don't let them get away with this bullshit that people are reading and people are signing off, because they are making us look as if we have no brains, as if we are stupid, and all of these little kids, like, you know, how dare you speak out to us like that? Well, fuck you is what I have to say to them. Because now we're going to have to watch them and keep them, because we're not going to let this cover up stop this shit. It's not about FLOC, it's about Axon, it's about Motorola, it's about Vigilant Solutions. I remember when Motorola installed in 2007 these license plate readers at Jordan Downs, and the impact it had on young people in Jordan Downs, which is a housing project. So this is nothing new. This is not a moment in time. It's a continuation of the history of state violence and mass surveillance and the police state. Right. So this is not going to stop. We have been getting copies. People have been informing us when they're even sending emails. Even today, people are sending emails to Matthew Barragan's office, rejecting FLOC. They're not talking about transparency. They're not talking about accountability. They're not talking about reporting. They're like, get the FLOC out of our lives. Get the FLOC out of our lives. But we're not stopping here, folks. Axon, Motorola, Real-Time Crime Center, social media surveillance. Just as we shut down predictive policing and laser and crime defender program, we're going to shut this shit down.
Right.
Nick Stern.
Good morning, my name is Nick Stern. I'm a British photojournalist based here in Los Angeles. I spent years documenting protests here and around the world. I'm also one of many journalists who was injured in 2025. On June the 7th, 2025, I was covering the ICE protest in Paramount. A Los Angeles Sheriff's Department left lethal round tore into my leg hard enough to require emergency surgery, and me putting me out of action for 2 months. I I wasn't blocking the street, I was doing my job, standing there with a camera so the public can see what law enforcement were doing. This was the Sheriff's Department, but the modus operandi is the same. I've read the Federal ICE protest after action report. It's an insult. Pages on officer injuries, hostile actions, arrests, munitions, equipment costs. Every operational headache gets full accounting. Journalists only show up as logistical problems. Where we stand, how we get credential, that's it. Where's the accounting of journalists who were injured, hit with munitions, gassed, detained, or ordered off a story while working it? How many complaints involving LAPD arrived from the press? How many were investigated? How many officers were identified? What did the investigations find out? Did anyone pull body cam footage? Did anyone call the journalist who got hurt before this report went to print? If the answer is no, and clearly it is, this isn't an after-action report, it's a PR document with a body count missing. This isn't just a journalist grumbling, it's federal court found substantial evidence backing journalists' First Amendment rights and claims against this department. Found consistent LAPD practices of dispersing journalists and using unlawful force against us, and issued an injunction to protect us from your own officers. A judge has also said this raises serious constitutional problems. LAPD's own report doesn't even mention any of this. So, Commissioners, how do you accept this report as complete when the press is nearly absent from it? And a federal court has already found serious constitutional violations in that exact conduct. I won't just complain, here's a fix. Put the commanders who were on the ground in a public, moderated room with the journalists who were on the ground. Let journalists explain what happens to us, then write the rules together. What to do when a dispersal order is called. How police identify and protect press and their rights. And what happens if those rules are broken. This is a real after-action process, not a report that erases it, but one built so this doesn't happen to the next journalist standing where I stood. Thank you.
Jason?
All right, so it's been 13 days and you still haven't released the name of the pig who murdered Alejandro Lopez Garcia. The biggest of pigs, Jim McDonald, is in the news again for targeting another whistleblower in this department. When McDonald spoke about these revelations last year, he made it seem like it was a small contingent of the recruitment and employment division that was involved. And the head pig, Robin Patillo, was caught up in a similar but separate issue. Through Hockman's brief on this criminal case, we found that there were at least 18 pigs who participated in what's being now coined as locker room banter, who the LAPD and Hockman have now made into poor sad victims. 18 of the 51 pigs in that division. McDonald said after the scandal, we don't tolerate that type of behavior in the workplace, and appropriate action will be taken. Yet, the only pig facing termination for the scandal was the whistleblower. Jim won't name these other pigs in the scandal, but I will. It was pig Ramon Navarro, who's been with LAPD for 21 years, who said that an LAPD candidate was rapeable because they were someone who could be taken advantage of. Hockman and the LAPD claimed the use of the phrase rapeable was not in a sexual context. Wow. This is the same Navarro who was caught in other conversations that were reported talking about sexual topics. How about your pig saying that Freddie Yee had molested his cousin when he was a child? Supposedly that joke, and one that Yee said he was offended by, supposedly that was a joke, but who knows? The same Freddie Yee, whose wife sang at the Assistant Chief Choice Community Celebration Dinner when he was selected as temporary chief. We learned that pig Shirley Burgos, who we were already familiar with, because she made candidates about supporting a candidate, didn't want gay pigs to be part of her unit, and said that the best way to fight black people was to hit them in the liver, that she did an impression of Michael Clark Duncan's character in Green Mile. Now, McDonald claims that all but one of the 18 pigs had disciplinary complaints sustained. How many of these sustained complaints were found to be out of statute, like what was the case with Robin Patillo? What were the disciplinary penalties? Have fun explaining to the public how you're employing someone who said that a potential recruit was rapeable. Now, 5A, this bogus after action report. How is it that there's no mention of the department's actual use of force during this time period? Calling it an internal improvement document and not providing any info on what you were criticized for the most is so on brand for the LAPD. No mention of how many less legals were fired, how many officers were disciplined as a result, how many complaints were filed against your case, how many were adjudicated, what were the disciplinary penalties, how many civil claims have been filed against the department. All the questions that should have been answered in this document labeled the after action report, but what do I know? All this left to the wayside while LAPD talks about your mounted platoon who was targeted by mortar rounds. Mortar rounds, as if protesters have access to military-grade weapons like y'all. 4K is a donation to take your cadets to this not very farm. Speaking on preying on review, despite McDonald constantly reporting how understaffed his department is, I recently found out that LAPD at times staffs up to 10 pigs for their career days at LAUSD schools. Pigs on horseback, pigs on motorcycles, and even SWAT pigs. We know that you use animals as sparkly vehicles to blind children to your barbarism, but how do you explain SWAT being there? And I know you don't go into school to let them know how many children you've harassed, detained, arrested, beaten, and what you've done to their family and community members. And I'll have a proper introduction for you next week, Heather.
The next speaker, Autumn Henry.
We talk about shooting heaven. We're going to talk about shooting heaven and everything.
I can do all this. Thank you and good morning. I passed out, or I asked them to pass out it's 6 different cases of victims of Scientology suing Scientology. I'm asking that you please read it carefully because I'm confused why these allegations are only in civil court and not police, cases and trials, because most of this happened in Los Angeles and it is LAPD territory. And allegations like an adult Sea Org recruiter allegedly groomed and sexually abused a 16-year-old under his authority. Scientology officials allegedly learned that he had what had occurred but did not report it to law enforcement. Jane Doe alleges she was threatened with placement in the Rehabilitation Project Force. That's their prison, internal prison. And it's very punishing. It's hard labor. She alleges she was pressured to marry the adult she identifies as her abuser. Scientology personnel allegedly facilitated travel to Nevada for the underage marriage. The pleading asserts negligence, coercion, concealment, and institutional responsibility for the resulting harm. Now, mind you, you have James Richardson. This is not James Richardson. It's someone else. But James Richardson also went and captured the young girl who left, and he married her underage, and he's on your clergy council. I hope not for long. All right, this second case, also LA. Scientology allegedly worked to prevent or discourage reports of Masterson's conduct to outside authorities. Masterson's in prison for 30 years for raping. Plaintiffs allege they were declared suppressive persons. That means excommunicated after leaving or cooperating with law enforcement. It's a no-no. They're not allowed to go to law enforcement. They will be kicked out. Okay, the alleged campaign included surveillance, filming, phone and email interference, break-ins, threats, and property damage. The complaint alleges fake online advertisements and efforts to provoke strangers into contacting or harassing plaintiffs. Plaintiffs allege dangerous driving incidents, fires, damage to landscaping, and the killing or attempted killing of pets. 2 other dogs died. Okay, the conduct is alleged to have been coordinated under Scientology policies intended to silence and punish perceived enemies. Okay, Baxter. Now this one's Florida, but this stuff also happens here. Children were allegedly separated from parents, denied accredited education, and required to perform labor through the cadet org. Laura spoke today. She will attest that this all happened to her, and this happened here too. Plaintiffs allege that they were pressured into Sea Org before they could understand their legal rights or realistic alternatives. They described 16-hour workdays, dangerous assignments, humiliation, interrogation, and confinement. This is as children, underage. The complaint alleges physical, sexual, and emotional abuse in Scientology facilities and aboard the Freewinds, their boat. I could go on and on. Please separate yourself from Scientology and please read this thoroughly. Thank you.
Amy?
I'm going to go try to get public comment.
$50 donation we accepted for LAPD's human trafficking task forces. The elaborate sting operations conducted by these task forces face catastrophic sums of taxpayer money and part of the
Okay, thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye. You too. Thank you. Okay, guys. Oh, thank you. I wish I had more time. It went too fast, but I think they got the message. Hopefully they'll read it because I gave them each one. Thank you, good chief. And Laura, is this still going on? Public comment? Do I have time to go down here? Because it's still. Thanks, guys. I want to get that. I want to make those cases into like a pamphlet that we can pass out, because it's like it's really good info, and it's just like you can't look at this stuff and say, well, wait a minute, like what the heck, you know? Because it should be. Thank you. It should be in more than just what do you call it? Civil court. Sorry, guys, I can't read because of the sun for chat. But right, it should be in civilian. It shouldn't just be in civil court. These allegations, their current lawsuits, they should be investigated and prosecuted where possible, and try to, But definitely, they've got to stop. And I'm thankful. I didn't thank them. I should have. They did not show up to Blue for the National Night Out. Fire did. So Laura and I, we're going to focus on the fire commission. So that's next Tuesday. So they really need to be, because we have a new chief, a lot of transition, and so we need to really work on them. But I'm trying to see if there's, hopefully there's still, is there time to do Laura, are you there? Or if anyone can kind of look at Smoke and Scan, see if they're still doing public comment. Maybe I'll still go up there and say hi. It's so annoying that they made it so late. If they just, it seems like it's been like every week. If they just want to start the meeting at 10, just start the, say we're changing the times. Don't do this, I feel like it's fake.
And it was exact.
But at least we got in. I was so nervous that they're going to I'm like, oh, if they canceled the whole meeting for just a couple people, I would have been so mad. We still on? I have a feeling I missed public comment. Oh, the guy's usually here that twirls his sign. He's not here today. Are we still rolling? Could someone let me know if it's still... Because I haven't had... I don't see chat moving at all. Are y'all still with me? Okay, we're still there. Can you guys hear me? We're gonna see if I can do public comment. I know Lars said they called my name, but I have a feeling it's probably too late. Oh, good. Okay. Does anyone know if public comment's over here? That's all right. I'm still gonna go in. Good. Hey, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna deliver paper.
How did you get out without me seeing you?
No, I was at police commission.
Oh.
Let me run this in real quick and see if because they called my name. So I'm gonna run in and then I'll be out and then we'll continue.
All right.
All right, you're gonna stay out here or you're gonna come in? All right. I won't be long. Okay, guys. Oh, there's still time? Okay, good. We're gonna try. It's so hard to get into this building. That's the problem. Sorry. You can come out. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Looks like somebody left a phone. Oh, good. Oh, man, I'm missing it. So at least hopefully. Mr. Bremer, you better be talking about city council people, that they better get jobs. But welcome. Good morning. Thank you. Let me get this and then get my stuff. I think I want to. Thanks. Yeah. I will have to do a repeat to catch Lars. I'm so excited she got in. Man, and they were on break for a month. It feels weird being back here. I hope they still speak. Oh, they're not calling on you. Hey. Are they still doing it? So they're done with, so that means it's done for the,
Well, you can call in and check in.
I can't now.
There's no more public comment in person.
Oh, okay. I had a feeling, see, that's what the police commission is like, they keep saying it's Mike. I'm gonna go and say hello. Oh, well. Yes, please, thank you. Appreciate it. I'll still turn in my turn in. Also, thank you. Oh, yeah, once they do this too, they're not doing it. Hi. All right. Because they made the police commission so late, so I missed my thing here.
Yes.
Can I still turn in like the stuff I want, and I'll do like a writing comment? Can I still turn it in?
Take it to the officer pronto over there. Just give it to him. He'll give it to the.
We need to talk about police commission waiting.
We don't have control over that.
Who does? Because I want to put in an actual, what do you call it?
So I don't have control. The only thing that I have control over is the lobby area.
Who do I like make my reasonable accommodation request to? Where do I put that
To the
into?
police commission.
Like through their emails?
Yes, through their emails.
Okay.
So the only accommodation that I've done, which is not mandatory, is putting that line in the shade. Now, I understand that a lot of folks were still pissed over that.
Well, even in the shade, it's like sometimes it's very like for some people who have medical conditions, it's very.
Yeah, but put your request through them. There's a lot of stuff that goes with it.
I don't know why they're being crybabies. Okay.
Well, that's exactly it. So if you put in a claim, then they're gonna. Well, I have a claim too. I have a request.
But they can do that.
Well, they can do it, but eventually.
I could get a doctor's note.
Eventually, there's.
Because I was actually having hold on.
Like the legit ones, no big deal. But when everybody else starts, making their claims, hey, I got this, I got that, I can't have the lobby.
But I don't know why in the really hot weather, it's almost inhumane not to have them inside as long as they're not misbehaving. If they're, I get it, if they're being loud and crazy, why then take them out?
That's the thing, I can't do that.
You can kick them out if they're misbehaving.
No, they all come in a package.
But I feel like everyone's being punished because of one little group.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. He requested offline chat. But there, get some dimples in. Teddy bear and Pepper. She thought I ain't messing with Pepper. She's I know she could take me down. I ain't messing with Pepper. I ain't messing with her.
What did you say?
I said, I ain't messing with you. I know she could take me down in a heartbeat if you can't mess with this one. You wouldn't. I'm just saying if I can't misbehave too much because she's tough. She's like policewoman. That's why I call her Pepper. She doesn't know the meaning yet. You have to watch Police Detective. No, what's it called? Policewoman. That was like one of my favorite shows. She was so she was like really pretty, but just like boom. How tough. Duarte. You're tough. She's tougher than Duarte. I could take down Duarte. Come on. I would never mess. Yeah, no.
You did miss this already.
I know.
There wasn't a lot of-
That's a police commission. That's your fault. Where do I complain? Can I cuss you out now? He said he gets paid for that. But they what is with these mic? Do you really believe they're mic? Like how conveniently that they get the mic fixed right at 10 o'clock? Why don't they just say we want to meet at 10 and just do that?
I don't have a...
He doesn't have an answer. I know he's no official answer, Mr. Sergeant Dimples. Okay. Well, I guess I missed. Oops. Where's the? Hi, baby. Oh, my baby. Baby. I love this dog. I love Dusty. Hi, Dusty. Hi, Dusty. Thank you for signing me up, though. I tried to scoot in over here in time. I couldn't. No, it was already over. But at least, yeah, I came over here as soon as I got out of there. But they were so late. No, they're not. Are they doing it? No. Sorry. I have to figure out how. I know. They're saying it's hard to get annoyed with Dimples. We gave you a bigger pass than others. So. Is it? I'm allowed to call in? Even though I'm here? Okay, I'm going to try. Do you think they're going to take more? I could call in? Let me see if I can figure it out.
Council President, that's the allotted time for
Oh, man. Oh, but I'm going to turn in my thing, so I'm going to turn in my paper. You know what? No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait.
She was just gonna call.
Of course. I was going to call in, jerks.
38, 41 to 42.
No breaks. Oh, wait.
It's all LAPD's fault.
Yeah, Angie, right. Angie Dickinson, right? She don't look like it, but this reminds me of her. I give her those props, you know?
It's not fair.
Yeah, especially since they called me, they should just... I mean, I don't like that. Everything's competing, even with their like the afternoon meetings. They're all at 2, or they're all at the same time. Like, why?
Because they don't want us to speak on it.
It's so annoying. And then you miss it. Oh, okay, guys. All right, I'm going to turn these in.
As amended by 17A, amending motion Rodriguez Hernandez, and that further amended by Luciano Hernandez.
All right, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Saturday first. Councilmember Hernandez.
Okay, guys, sorry.
Thank you, Council President. So common sidewalks and streets are some of those basic things that local government can deliver in our community. But I'm tired of telling the citizens that it takes us 7% to do the sidewalks. Maybe the sidewalks will come with businesses. You can probably count on it being fixed.
Sorry.
And we're seeing lots of
If I don't have enough for all of them, do they...
Yeah, they make copies for everybody.
Or do I just need to turn in one and they'll do that? That's it? Oh, okay. Well, you're saving me copier so I can start it. So I don't have 15. So who do I send it to?
Give it to Marcelo.
Why isn't it Sabra?
Sabra's not here.
Okay, where do I file my complaint?
Marcelo's right here, and the clerk's office right there.
Whoops. Whoops. Is the baby here?
We need to identify what's going down and the unnecessary red tape and actually deliver on fixing our sidewalks. In
Sabers would be here.
It's an issue about public safety. And neighborhoods that historically received the least investment shouldn't have to wait more years to get these things fixed. Working class communities and people with disabilities feel these failures, I think, heavier than any other competition. They feel it first, they feel it worse. Broken sidewalks are an accessibility issue, a transit issue, and a public safety issue. The report back is long overdue, but I'm excited to finally get into this, and now I'm coming into a second term, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that we cut the amount of time that it takes to fix the sidewalks and deliver effectively for our community.
Yeah, like they're not doing cones anymore. So I don't like it now that the police are starting at 10. It's too much conflicting. I have a feeling it's going to be the new norm.
Okay, all right, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tentatively close.
49.
All right. Mr. Councilman. Thank you very much.
Hey, because of the police conflict, I wasn't able to give my public comment. Darn them. They didn't start till 10 o'clock over there. So by the time I came right after. Yeah, they are always complaining. I'm like, yeah, because I'll put my comment in writing, but I want to submit it. Could they get it to all of them? They said they'll make copy.
What
The
they
clerk.
do is when they receive it, they scan it, they put it on the internet as your public comment, because your public comment will always be, and then they'll send it out electronically to everybody.
Okay.
Will that work?
That works.
Okay, I'll take it.
Thank you.
All right. We'll let these people in right behind you.
Oh.
Whenever you see yourselves in.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Sorry. Yep. Now I could turn around and go out, or. Oops. Are they? I can go? I need to turn around. All right, bye, guys. Okay. Watch you. These tires are, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I loved Cagney and Lacey too. I had to do it. All right. Thank you. Have a good one. There he is, guys. And for you guys and guys. All right. Have a good week. I don't think I'll be here tomorrow. Dusty, you are the love of my life. You are the reason. Yes, I just love. You're my favorite. You're my favorite.
We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Were you okay?
Yeah, it was just the heat wave, and then my chair was broken. Had issues. Yeah, I felt like I came out in that heat the one time. It was really bad, so I'm like, no. It was too brutal. So today, but then they make you wait outside of the police for so long. It's like, it feels just as bad. Yeah, it does. But anyway. Hi, Dusty. Right, I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, because it's done, right? There's nothing else?
2 o'clock.
Well, what's that, too?
2 committees.
I don't know if I'm going to be, because
Trade and travel and terrorism and plum.
how do you get to the district attorney's office?
Something else? All right, let's open the roll this item. Close the roll. Tentatively close.
It's on Temple.
But you can't get in, you need an appointment.
Do you? So how do you make an appointment?
Go up to the window at
All right, let's
Temple.
open the roll.
It's the criminal justice building across the street from the criminal courts
39,
building.
1-0.
You want the criminal courts?
The fancy building.
Oh, the Clara Shortridge one?
Yeah, across from it.
Across from it? Oh, okay, I think I remember now.
Just ask them in the front how to do it.
Like how to get an appointment. Okay, great. All right, thank you, guys.
Yep.
Awesome, see you next time.
39, 1-0.
All right, now let's open the roll for questions. Close the roll. Tentatively close.
What did I miss?
Ready?
Yep. All right, see you later. Okay, guys. All right, so I speak here, but I turned in the same packet I turned. You know, you can a public comment, and anyone's welcome to look at what do you call it? If you look at the agenda for City Council, there's where you can make it online, and then it will get posted. So I'm gonna have to do that today, but at least so I turned in the handout. because I want to, and I want to turn that into a pamphlet eventually. I think it'd be great to, to have that and just pass it out because it's the current case. And I have a 6-1 that settled, but that settled means that they're admitting to guilt. You know what I mean? It's a secret settlement, but I'm sorry, settlement means they settled. But the others are current. And then, so I'm going to get, I'll still submit it. I got to, trying to negotiate with them about this police commission, like waiting outside crap. But anyway, so I'm going to get off, guys, because I'm going to, bike guys here, and I'm going to go take care of some other business and stuff like that. Oops, okay, this is always fun. It says city clerk sent me a notification, so wow, did they get it that quick? Thank you. Whew. That's a tough one. Okay, guys. Yeah, right, it's admitting guilt, I agree. And thank you, Donna. I appreciate y'all. And so, yeah, I need to, tomorrow though, I'll be calling in. I'm still recovering from all that. Yeah, and I'll go make my public comments online, and then we'll see what happens. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take it slower, and then next Tuesday come in person again. But, all right, guys, I'm going to sign off and just take care of stuff and just go have lunch with Bike Guy or something. Okay, I'll talk to you later, and thank you for being here. Thank you. And thank you, Kathy, for the memberships. And thank you, my mods and everyone. Yes, thank you all. What's so sweet, Iris? Thank you. I always feel bad. I always want to do more, but sometimes you just have, I guess I have to just know my limits,